What's up, everybody? Sorry I got the birds chirping in the background, still on vacation. But I made a video recently saying that you'll never own a Ferrari, and stupid ass people, you'll never own a Ferrari, and I stand by that. I used the clip from Will Motivation. I have no problem with Will Motivation. I've saw a couple of his videos. I just ran across a clip. I used it, and you get some of the people. He's had money. He's had money for a long time. Are you sleeping with him? How do you know he has money? Do you go through his tax records? Are you in his business? Are you his CPA? You see, a lot of men up here, you're very
emotional, damn it.
Emotional. And I'll come out and say it. You're emotional. You didn't have men role models in your lives. You're probably raised by single moms, and you're probably living in your single mom's houses till this day, or you're raised by your nana, your grandma, you're still living there. What happens is you don't understand what happens, and I'm going to break it down to you right here.
Bro. Oh my God. All right, so Kenny's gonna have to tell us about the car and the story behind, like, how you found it and everything, and then we'll get into, towards the end of the video, we'll get into who you are and your story, because I like to.
Now, when you see videos like this, you look at the cool cars in the garage and Kenny standing there with his car, but what you have to be smart and do is go to more, and you see all these merch classes and all this stuff. Let's click on his real estate. Let's let this load. How to make money investing in real estate. That's Will Motivation right there. Now let's click his enrolling course. There you go. All right. There you go. For you people in the back. Now you multiply that. Somebody brought up a very good point. I believe it was Rico from Texas. He said, if you get 2,000 people to subscribe to this class, that's $1 million. If you got 300,000 subscribers and all you need is 2,000 or 5,000 morons to sign up for it, you just became a millionaire. Here's the thing. Smart people understand something. What the hell does cool cars have to do with real estate classes? Here's the bait and switch. Nothing against Will Motivation. I love his content. I love cars. I watch Ideal Cars, Car Wow. I look at the cars. But here's what stupid people think. Oh, God, if I sign up for his real estate class and he says he makes his money from real estate, if I sign up for his real estate class, I can get cool cars too, because his real estate is what bought him the cool cars. Smart people will say, yeah, maybe he's had some cool cars for a long time, but he also realized how to capitalize on getting extra money to buy extra cars. What you got to understand is, people need to stop saying these cars are a write-off for a channel. I am monetized, okay? You can't just buy a car and write off your car on your channel. Your channel's got to be super successful, and the taxes and the purchase have to balance each other out. It's a calculated formula. If that was the case, anybody would just start an LLC in a shitty-ass business and then buying high-end shit and try to write it off. A lot of people have done that, and they've gone into foreclosure. They've got their cars repoed. There's plenty of channels that bought cars and thought their channels were going to blow up with just cars. They do, but then what happens over the long haul? There's not much you can keep doing that somebody else has not done. You need to learn other skills. So I'm going to say that again. Just like one of the subscribers tried to help people out. He's smart. Shout out to Rico. He said what happens is, if you have 300,000 subscribers and you talk 2,000 morons or 5,000 idiots into purchasing a $500 real estate class, you just made over $1 million, or you made $1 million. That's how you're able to buy these things. I don't know what type of money he had before that. I don't care. Anybody can tell you anything up here, all right? But at the end of the day, if people have so much money, why do they have classes? At the end of the day, he's going to do what he's going to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But I've always tried to explain to a lot of the people out here, a lot of the stuff you see is smoking mirrors. There's only two ways you buy real estate. And I will say this again for the people in the back. You either have money or you don't. You go to a bank. I've said this before. Go to a bank, sit down in a little chair. Don't go to the teller where you make deposits and withdrawals. Go sit at that little desk and say you want to buy a house. There's going to be a matter of time where they're going to ask you how much money you're putting down. Then they're going to ask you how much do you make a year. And then they're going to ask you, Are you permanent? Is this job temporary? A lot of people, they've never bought homes before. They don't know how buying real estate really is. A lot of people still live with their moms and they still live with their parents and stuff like that. And their goals are to buy Ferraris and Porsches and Lamborghinis. That's why you see a lot of minorities and a lot of black men. You'll have a dope ass Range Rover, but you live in the PJs, the projects, because that's the priorities of a lot of black men. What happens is, and I've said it before, a lot of black men like to look flashy, but you really don't own shit. And then when somebody tries to tell you how we bought this stuff, you don't want to hear it because you can't afford it and you'll never be able to do it until you listen. A lot of you men out there have emotional damage because you were raised by your mothers and you were raised by your grandparents. I was raised with male role models that broke it down for me and told me what I needed to hear and not what I wanted to hear. Go to a bank and see if you can use that shitty ass Range Rover that needs airbags, that's a lowrider. See if you can use that shit for collateral. They won't let you do it. See if you can use that 10 or that 14 karat gold bullshit chain with the Jesus piece on it, with the cubic zirconium. See if you can use that for collateral on the house. This is not a movie. This is the real world, okay? And the light just turned on out here. This is the real world. You can't use that bullshit for collateral. So this is why I've been trying to walk people through who want to listen, all right? Here's the thing. A real estate class has nothing to do with showing Ferraris. What happens is psychologically, you think if I purchase this class, oh, he talks about real estate. If I purchase his class, I'll be able to flip real estate too, and I'll be able to have a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. You need money for real estate, assholes. Without money, there is no real estate. Go to any bank, go to anywhere and try to buy a home, okay? When you really start to learn real estate, you start to learn secrets. You ride past houses. If the grass hasn't been cut, if the house looks like it's falling apart a little bit, you go to the tax records of that town and go, does anybody own this house? Are there taxes in arrear? And then if you really want to get into real estate, you take real estate classes, you get your degrees and certificates in that, and then you can start searching MLS numbers. Yeah, MLS numbers, you can start finding homes that aren't even on the market yet. And then you can buy the homes, and then that's how you start buying homes. You can start flipping homes. But you need money. You need money to renovate them. You need money to buy the homes. Because do you know what's going to happen? You're going to end up purchasing the class. It's not going to get you anywhere because you're still stupid and broke. And this is why I say your goal should not be to buy a Ferrari. I love the dumb shit. I love the car videos. I watch tons of car videos up here. But you got to understand something. The reason why we're able to buy cars and real estate and stuff like that is because we got our other affairs in order first. When you get your other affairs in order first, when you buy assets and they start generating cash, you can use other people's time of them going to work to purchase your things that you purchase, meaning they're renting your real estate, they're renting your vacation homes, they're watching your videos, YouTube videos, and then you could parlay that into the dumb shit. And then you could start making videos with the shit that you purchased that other people helped you purchase. That is true business. No regrets? Get it.